Hi everybody and welcome. I am Mel Soul, Master Professional and Director of Instruction at the Mel Soul Golf School here in Pawleys Island, South Carolina. And this month we're going to continue our theme that I started last month of helping you add distance. So last week we spoke about creating speed through the ball. If you didn't see that, go back and have a look at my last month's golf tip. So this month we want most of the amateurs that I teach at Impact, the club face is open, and when we look at the video of their swing in slow motion, when they're coming in here, they hit the ball like that. You can see the club face is open and the hands continue with this right hand staying under like that, and then they come through over here. So the club face is open, which means when you open the club face, you also add loft and the ball doesn't go as far. It doesn't matter whether you've got a driver in your hand or a pitching wedge in your hand. The club face is open, the ball's going to go to the right and you're adding loft, so it's not going to go as far. So you want a fairly square club face. So I have a student who lives here in the area. He used to be a very, very good player. And one of his favorite things when he starts hitting the ball to the right, the term that he uses is knuckles to the ground. So he's a right-handed golfer, so his left hand, he imagines as he's swinging through that he's taking the knuckles and turning them around. Now I've spoken in the past about what we call the release, which is this movement here. And I've given several tips on how to do the release. And if you want to find some of those other tips, if you go to my website, at the top right hand corner of every page on my website, there's a search field. If you type in the word release, other tips will come up about teaching yourself the release. But I like Jack's little simple thought of knuckles to the ground, because as you come through here, if you're thinking of turning the knuckles to the ground, the right hand's going to follow and you're going to get the release. So I'm going to do this in very slow motion to try and let you see. So as I come through, from here, I'm going to turn the knuckles to the ground. You can notice that the shaft is pointing pretty much straight to where I want to go. So if I'm going to the camera and I'm turning the knuckles to the ground, I do not want this. I do not want the club to come around this way. I'm turning the knuckles to the ground, and we call this releasing down the line. So if I'm trying to hit the ball over the camera, I definitely want the club to go there. That is a lot of the higher handicaps that slice. This is going to help you tremendously. And as you can see, as I come down here, if I start thinking round about here to turn the knuckles, by the time I get to impact, the club face is going to be square, and then here it's going to close. And when you hit the ball with a square club face, obviously it's going to go further. So you can, without changing your swing, just that simple thought of knuckles to the ground is going to square the club face, make the contact more solid, and therefore go a lot further regardless of what club you've got in your hand. If in working on this the ball starts going to the left, just remember it's going to the left because the club head's going to the left. Just work the club more down the line. What I will sometimes do is I will take an alignment stick and stick it in the ground and put it level with my students' toes so that when they do it, you can see there, I'm not going to touch that. If they come around, they're going to hit it. So that is a good use for an alignment stick. Teach you to release down the line with the knuckles to the ground. You're going to hit the ball more solid, play better golf.